So there's a difference between a soldier of God crying and, say, Petey crying like a bitch. Andy crying high. I'm sorry. I just had to bring it up again, man. You know how it is with the champ, man. You the champ, every bitch ass nigga on the street say, I can take the champ, I can take the champ. So you ain't got no trophies there. That's why you on the side of the road crying like a bitch. Hey, anyway. This is the psychiatry series. It's not about the bitches. I'm just saying the disposition of people. You know, it's like a prison guard, who's stressed out. It's because the environment. Why are these serial killers going wild and out about the environment, and they're saying, oh, he's got a mental disorder? They're all pointing at the environment. They're like, society did this. It was this guy. It was you. It was this group of people. Blah, blah, blah. It's the environment, and the people are acting that way because some sociological assholes and some shrinks have gotten together with a bunch of fucking psychologists and lawyers and assholes and said, how do we manipulate the human psyche and get them to do what we want? They're a bunch of fucking Freudian fags. Oh, the queer, gay rights, shut the fuck up. Give a fuck if I hurt your feelings, queer boy. I'll keep this fucking real. Bunch of fucking Carl Youngs and shit. Let me tell you about these motherfuckers. Oh, but shouldn't have cared about the people. That's why you let the Jews go. But what about the conspiracy to kill, to save Hitler? Bunch of fucking fruits. I mean, just to describe how these people are, I gotta try to mimic a fucking faggot with a stick up his... Look. Let me tell you like this. It's quite fucking simple, really. A bunch of woods have tried to usurp the righteous. Okay? Now... once you understand the different codes and the different thoughts, the different cardinal doctrines that people obey, and why it must be a revolution, and frère mason, children of light, whether it's PHREMASSEN or FREREMASON. So you have the different word plays, psychiatry, psyche, fucking controlling you with the fucking pills. Oh, the summer solstice, the autumnal equinox, the vernal equinox. Ooh! That's what they're trying to do. They're a bunch of fucks. They're in the Queen's chamber like a bitch. Which way do I go in the Great Rally? Oh, you go that way, because you're a bitch! You fucking motherfuckers. Need I bring up the 47th proposition, you queer? Oh, but the rise of the sun in Aquarius, then it goes to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. There's a reason why there's 7 planets, and in the Great Temple there were 7 spheres. You have to understand it wasn't just the righteous that use 7. It isn't just the righteous who use medicine. It's the hospitalers. What are we talking about? We're talking about ancient knowledge passed down, evolving into a bunch of cultic scum. The declination of morality incrementally throughout the periods. The Neolithic period. The pre-Neolithic periods. The different geological formations and why God influenced their creations. But let me tell you, from Pope fucking Pius to Pope fucking Gregory, I'm talking about, I took them all through. You gotta check out my Illuminati fucking series. And you'll see what I'm talking about. I talk about how you have the different angels, the different books, the different historians, the different poems, philosophers, psychiatrists, bankers, and I really take you through it. I mean, I even touch on chemistry. I talk about everything, even genetics. Like, I'm going through it, explaining the mysteries, like Kabira, and Kabiri, and I'm explaining the mysteries. You know what I'm saying? The Orphic hymns, the hymns to Aten, the hymns to Osiris, etc. You know, the Persians. I talk about it all. I talk about the great mysteries and the cults. And I talk about Sothis, the Barker, and the Monitor. I talk about the priesthoods in Egypt. I talk about it all! The Gnostics ain't got shit on me. The conspiracy theorists ain't got shit on me. You have to understand, it starts in Libra, and it ends in Aries, in one school. In another, it's Aries to Libra. You have to understand why they think that way. Why we have the Ark. Well, how does it relate to the judgment of Ameti? How does it relate to the judgment of Heru and Osiris? How does it relate to the Book of the Dead and the hymns to the different gods and the funeral prayers and the processions? How does it relate to the equilateral triangle and the right angle triangle and the pillars of the porch? How does it relate? I took you through Stitchin. I took you through the different books. Maxwell. I took you through it all. So what does this have to do with psychiatry, the ancient mysteries? Well, we're transitioning some of you on this this section through the Illuminati to the psychiatry to get your 12th degree. And so we have to talk about the Phoenician artists who teamed up with the Egyptians to build King Solomon's temple. We have to touch on Hiram Abiff. We have to touch on Masonry. We have to go much further into it than the History fucking channel or than some fucking book. We have to make them understand the different sides of the temple. Okay? The northwest corner. The northeast corner. The southeast corner. What is under it? Okay, when you ask these kind of questions, you know whether someone's a Mason or not. Now, when you, and that's just for like a basic understanding. I mean, they might know that, and you know, but it might get them by. But you know, those are the kinds of things that they would say to try to figure each other out. And you talk about the Jewish, the Druids in England or in the Britain, UK, whatever you want to call it, and you know, Stonehenge. You talk about the Masons who evolved there and how they took the knowledge from Egypt there and they've been taking it back home ever since. And how you had Pan and Capricornus and the different symbols with the different people. And then you have the keystone. You know, the keystone is a symbol of power, of strength. Okay, it holds together the ark. It's like almost like the foundation, but it has its own meanings, hidden meanings. It basically defies the elements, according to some Masonic authors. You know, if I reference my notes, I'll give you the exact quote, but I don't think I have time to do that. Matter of fact, I'm going to end it right there. Psychiatry, continue.